truck, however, can shoot straight through the doors and the panel. However, I cannot shoot through the engine block. Alright guys, welcome back. Today we're going to look at two things. First of all, I have made an actual range map to share with everyone, and we're going to check that out. But the other big thing is we're going to do a penetration test for the different types of ammunition in ArmA 3. So let's check it out. First we'll take a look around the range a little bit. I've made this mission a 4-player co-op mission. So you can play it either single player or 4-player co-op. And I think I've gotten every single default weapon in the box. So we'll take a look at, let's see. And here's the range itself. Can't really see all the targets from here. Let's check them out. We've got the unit default starting with the rangefinder. And we've got targets going all the way from 100 meters, 300, 400 meters, 800 meters, and 1,000 meters, or rather 900 meters there, and then 1,500 meters. Nope, 1,600. 15 to 1,600. Not quite sure. Use the rangefinder. And I've got the quad bikes here, so if you want to get a little bit more range, you can bring yourself up to the lighthouse for the sniper rifles. And around the corner over here, we've got vehicles, the HMG and the GMG, so you can test those out. And I've got extra weapon boxes in case I left anything out. These are all the weapons boxes currently in the game. And then right around the corner over here, we've got some targets set up on the short range. This is probably supposed to be a pistol range. And that's it for the range itself. I've got every weapon that's in ArmA 3 by default on the range somewhere. So let's check out this penetration test I was talking about. I've been doing some tests while I was building the map, trying to figure out just what you can shoot through and what you can't shoot through. So to start with, we'll use the MXC I've got here. And that's cool, it highlights everything that it can use. I didn't know that before. But we'll grab an RCO for it. And let's see, what can we shoot through? Alright, there's a target here. I don't know if you can quite see it. Actually, you know what? We'll grab an SOS so we can see what we're shooting at. Because for some reason the SOS works on every weapon in the game. There we go. Now, I'll go ahead and tell you what we can shoot through and what we can't with the MXC. We can't shoot through anything other than this wood paneling right here. So let's see if I can demonstrate that. Take a couple of test shots to make sure I've got... Oh boy, that's got a lot of recoil. Let's switch to a different 6.5 weapon. Alright, we've got the MXM 6.5mm, which is the marksman's version. And we're still on 400 meters, so let's see. There you go. You can see the round penetrate the wood and then hit the wall behind it. So now I'll shoot at the actual target. And we'll give it another couple of shots to make sure. Yep, you could see the puff, it was right dead centered. So you can shoot through the little wood railing, but for stone walls, you cannot shoot through. And I think there's another stone wall right here. And another one right here. as a last test, we're going to see if we can shoot through this truck. Alright, so the only thing we can really shoot through with the default weapons is wood. And I think if there were wooden fences anywhere, you'd be able to shoot through those. But we don't have any. So let's move to the next weapon. We're going to step it up a notch, and we're going to go to the 7.62, the M14 EBR. Alright, and we got the SOS scope on it. So let's check out the EBR. We'll do the same thing. First we'll do the wood. Why does the 7.62 have less recoil than the 6.5? I don't understand. Let's take another shot. Alright, and you saw it hit the wood and then hit the wall behind it again. So, there you go. Went straight through the wood. And let's try this wall over here. So it won't penetrate, and we'll shoot the target just to make sure we're hitting target. Now the 7.62 should 100% penetrate these walls, no questions. But unfortunately it doesn't. Now let's try the truck up here again. Well, this is strange. I actually had the 7.62 penetrating this truck a little bit earlier. Maybe it's because I had been shooting it with the 50 beforehand and it destroyed the integrity of the truck. So, on that note, actually we'll do the M320 LRR, aka the intervention, as so many people were keen to point out on my last video. Alright, now here's where we start being able to actually penetrate stuff. Put the zeroing back on 300, and of course we're going to be able to penetrate the wood, so I'm not even going to shoot at that. But we're able to penetrate almost every single wall with this thing. The exception being, let's see, I know I have a target. Oh, I think I put that truck in front of it. These posts right here, these concrete posts, I was unable to penetrate them at all with either the 50 or the intervention. The truck, however, can shoot straight through the doors and the panel. However, I cannot shoot through the engine block. Which I think is really cool, because on a real vehicle in real life, the only places you're going to be able to take cover behind that vehicle is the wheel wells and the engine block. And I cannot shoot targets. Let's see, let's get him a little bit more lined up behind the wheel well. Can't hit this guy with the engine block. And from testing previously, I know that I cannot hit this guy through the wheel well. So if you're taking cover behind a vehicle in ArmA 3, do not use the doors or any quote-unquote soft paneled areas, because you can get shot with some weapons. And I think for the penetration test, that about wraps it up. Let's check these guys out. Yep. And I know for a fact that I cannot shoot through one of these with the 50 or with the intervention I tried earlier. Maybe that'll get changed in the future. We'll see. And this concludes the demonstration of my rifle range. I'll put the download link in the video description. Hope you guys enjoy using it, and as usual, thanks for watching.